Hello student, in mechanical properties of fluid we can discuss in this lecture, that is surface energy. In last lecture we are discussed about the surface tension on the basis of molecular theory. In that lecture we are discussed about how molecule present in the liquid and which forces acting on that molecule. In that case we are consider three molecules, that is A, B, C. On A molecule cohesive force act equally in all sides, and on B and C molecule also exert net cohesive force but in an downward direction. Out of these two molecules, that is B and C, on A molecule, that is A molecule net cohesive force acting on A molecule is larger than that of B and C molecule, due to which the molecule present on the surface film, that is in order to bring molecule from inside liquid to the surface film. In the last lecture we are discussed about that surface film means it is the surface layer of liquid whose this thickness is equal to molecular range, then that is called as surface film. Then in order to bring the molecule from inside the liquid to the surface film, when molecules are brought from inside liquid to the surface film, then amount of work is to be done. Then at that time amount of this work to be done, because the molecules are brought from inside liquid to the surface film, then amount of work is to be done to bring this molecule from liquid to the surface film. Surface film means it is the surface layer of liquid whose thickness is equal to molecular range, then it is called as surface film. हे molecule liquid पासून इनसाइड लिक्विड पासून कुठे आणायचे आपल्याला सरफेस फिल्म साठी. त्यासाठी आपल्याला काय लागेल, अमाउंट ऑफ वर्क डन इज टू बी डन टू ब्रिंग दिस मॉलिक्यूल फ्रॉम इनसाइड लिक्विड टू द सरफेस फिल्म. Therefore on this surface film it possesses an extra potential energy to bring this molecule from inside liquid to the surface film. Therefore it possesses extra energy. This surface layer possesses an extra potential energy to bring this molecule from inside the liquid to the surface film, and this surface possesses extra energy. That energy is called as surface energy. Then we can, in order to bring this molecule from inside liquid to the surface film, then surface layer possesses extra surface. On this surface layer molecule possesses an extra potential energy, and that potential energy it is called as surface energy. Then after that we can discuss about the relation between surface energy and surface tension. Then after we can discuss about the relation between surface energy and surface tension. Surface energy and surface tension. relation between surface energy and surface tension. For that purpose, here diagram is drawn. That is P, Q, R. Q dash, R dash, P dash, S dash, QR of length, QR of length, L. Here diagram is drawn. That is, here in this article we can discuss about the relation between surface energy and surface tension. Just few minutes we are discuss about the surface energy. And in last lecture we are discuss about the surface tension. Surface tension means the tangential force acting per unit length, acting on both sides of imaginary line drawn on the free surface of liquid. Surface tension means it is the tangential force acting per unit length, acting on both sides of imaginary line drawn on the free surface of liquid. Then it is called as surface tension. Then let us consider in this diagram rectangular frame, that is PP dash SS dash, that is consider a rectangular frame. P dash, S dash, P. Consider this rectangular frame. Then in which the frame in which one arm is considered here QR, which is moved, which can be moved, having length L. This QR is movable frame arm of this frame and having that arm having length L. When this frame is dipped into soap solution and taken outside, then Q dash R dash is formed. Then when this frame, this arm, that is QR, moves towards this side PS, when this QR having length L moves towards PS with force F on this side PS, then to decrease the area of this film, then this move this arm QR to this PS with force F. Then at that time force, the inward force acting on the frame QR, acting on the frame QR with force F, with the force F is given by that is, we know that in last lecture T is equal to F divided by L. T is equal to F divided by L. That is tangential force acting per unit length. We know that tangential force acting per unit length acting on both sides of imaginary line drawn on the free surface of liquid. Then it is called as surface tension. Therefore, T is equal to F divided by L. Then F is equal to, here we can get equation that is T into L. Say that equation number 1. But when this frame PQRS it is deep into soap solution and taken outside, then at that time there are two surfaces formed. Two surfaces when it is deep into soap solution and taken outside. Then there at that time here surface film has two surfaces, that is upper surface and lower surface. Therefore upper surface having length L and lower surface having length L. Therefore we can write F is equal to inward force here, inward force here, F is equal to T into L. Say equation 1. Then inward force is given by F is equal to T into 2L. T into 2L. Say this equation 2. Here factor 2 occur. Here in this equation factor 2 occur in equation 2 because surface film has two surfaces that is upper surface and lower surface. Then amount of work done. Then after that amount of work done is given by, we know that when this frame moves towards PS, then when this arm QR moves toward right side, then F dash is force acting on that Q dash R dash to increase the area of the surface. When it moves towards that side, area decreases, and when this frame arm moves toward that side, then area is increased. Then Q dash R dash is formed, that is having length L. Therefore factor 2 occur due to two surfaces when it is deep into soap solution and taken outside, then it has two surfaces. Therefore amount of work to be done, and the amount of work done is given by amount of work done is given by against this force. When this force equal and opposite force applied on this arm QR, therefore amount of work is to be done. When this force applied, then that force work done is given by dW. F dash dx, when displacement is takes place dx, where we know that work done is equal to force into displacement. We know that force into displacement force into displacement. In a 11th standard we are discuss about that. Work done is force into displacement. Then amount of work done here is occur, that is dW, and force acting against the F is F dash, and displacement is takes place, that is dx. Say this equation number 3. Then by put equation 2 in equation 3, then equation become as dW is equal to force acting, that is it has two surfaces T. Then at that time force is your by force due to surface tension T into 2L dx. Here this term force is T into 2L and 2L dx, 2L dx, 2L dx. This 2L into dx term represent increase in area. 2L dx is equal to increase in area, increase in area. Then here therefore we can get expression, that is dW is equal to T into dA. Say equation number 4. Here equation number 4, that is this amount of work done is stored in the form of potential energy, and that potential energy is called as surface energy. Therefore we can write expression surface, this potential energy is stored, work done is stored, potential work done is stored in potential energy. Then it is called as surface energy. Therefore surface energy is equal to T into dA, T into dA. Say this equation number 5. This is the relation between surface energy and surface tension. Equation 5 represent the relation between surface energy and surface tension. That is work done stored in the form of potential energy, and that potential energy is called as surface energy. Therefore surface energy is equal to T into dA, that is surface tension is equal to surface energy per unit area. Then after we can discuss about, here we can say that surface tension is equal to surface energy per unit area. Here surface tension is equal to surface surface energy per unit area is called as surface tension. Also called as surface energy per unit area is also this dA transferred to this side, and surface tension can be defined as surface energy per unit area, then it is called as surface tension. After that we can discuss about angle of contact. Angle of contact angle of contact. After that we can discuss about the here angle of contact. Angle of when liquid surface is in contact with solid surface, then at that time meniscus is formed. And that meniscus is convex, concave or convex. That means when liquid surface is in contact with solid surface, then at that time meniscus is formed, and that meniscus is a concave type or convex type. And here angle of contact means angle between, definition, angle between tangent drawn to the free surface of liquid when liquid surface in contact with solid surface then angle between tangent drawn to the free surface of liquid and solid surface of liquid, angle when liquid surface in contact with solid surface, then angle between tangent drawn to the free surface of liquid and solid surface measured within liquid surface then it is called as angle of contact. Angle between tangent drawn to the liquid surface and liquid surface in contact with solid surface, then angle between tangent drawn to the free surface of liquid and solid surface measured within the liquid surface, then it is called as angle of contact. It may be concave or convex, and when liquid surface is in contact, this is the definition of an angle of contact. When this surface is concave, then at that time water and here the diagram is drawn. when liquid surface in contact with solid surface, concave meniscus, concave meniscus. Then here another diagram of convex. Figure B represent convex meniscus. Angle beta is formed, that is convex meniscus, that is theta is formed here, and here concave meniscus when figure A represent concave meniscus and figure B represent convex meniscus when water and glass is in contact, and here in figure B mercury and glass is in contact with each other. Then at that time here concave meniscus is formed when water and glass is in contact with. Then concave meniscus is formed and angle is measured. Here in this diagram you can see here concave meniscus, and when mercury and glass is in contact, the convex is formed. Therefore angle of contact is defined as it is when liquid surface is in contact with solid surface, then at that time angle between tangent drawn to the free surface of liquid and surface of solid at the point of surface of solid measured inside the liquid, then it is called as angle of contact. Then at that time meniscus is formed, and that meniscus is of concave or convex. When concave meniscus is formed between water and glass and mercury, and in case of mercury and glass convex meniscus is formed. This is about angle of contact.